Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Meet the Actor. Today, I'm joined by actress Dani Thompson. Well, I say actress; she's also a model as well. But hello, Dani. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm hot.
It is hot. My apartment's actually an oven in this heat, so I've had fans going everywhere. I've turned them off so they're not noisy for this. So
Yes.
then don't worry.
No, well, it's all good. It's as long as you're not sweating buckets, you should be fine. So your first question is, how did you first get into acting?
Well, I was modelling, and the whole industry was kind of changing. So here comes the dog. So the whole industry was changing, and the magazines were going. So the glamour industry was just kind of dead, and I was getting a bit older as well. So I was kind of thinking, what do I want to do next? And I think I've always wanted to act, but it's kind of not a real job, is it? It's like, when you're growing up and it's not something you ever know how to do or how you're going to end up there. And it was through modelling, I ended up doing a couple of little bits in TV and film. And I really like being on set. So I enrolled for like a 2-week summer thing at a drama school. And I realised how much stuff I didn't know. So I actually auditioned for the following term to do a year and got in. And it was just through that. And then the horror thing was, I just kind of fell into horror, but I love horror, so it's all good.
Yeah. So obviously, a few of the things people recognise you for is My Bloody Banjo, Serial Caller, Carnival Werewolf in London, and the most recent films Pandemonium and Ice Cream on the Beach. But what was your first role?
My first role was a little bit typecast. I played a stripper called Rat. In a film called Just for the Record, which is best left in the depths of wherever.
It's one of them IMDB quotes you don't want to see.
Oh, you don't want to see it? It's terrible. I was really well paid. I did, I think, 3 days. It was really good money. I think it's more than I've gotten paid for most of my roles per day. And I didn't really have to do anything. I think I said one word in the movie. But just working with everybody, I just loved the whole kind of being on set thing and learning stuff. And that's the thing that kind of spurred me to go to drama school.
Well, you've been doing it for about 11 years now, is it acting? So just going by your IMDb, you've got 45 credits to your name in acting.
Not all of those. The thing with IMDb is people can add you to stuff.
Yeah.
And there's films I was supposed to have done and they never happened and they're still there, and people have added me to things that then I haven't ended up in, and so I don't necessarily go by IMDb for the amount of credits. I try to keep on my website. I try to have a filmography of the ones that are actually released, and I tend not to put them on there until they're actually out, because it's unless it's released, it's not really a film, is it? People can't watch it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a couple of titles on there I think that are upcoming, but they're with people I know and I know they'll get out there. So it's not. I mean, there's so many that just kind of disappear into oblivion.
Yeah. So would I be correct in saying it's been about 11 years then, your actual acting?
I went to drama school in 2010.
Yeah.
So about 10 years. But I think Just for the Record, I suppose, was before. So if going by that, then yeah.
Okay. So how many films would you say you've done then? If you're going to get rid of your IMDb, let's go with your filmography.
Oh my God, I don't know. I couldn't even think. I mean, I'll forget some that I've done, because sometimes, I don't mind doing a small role sometimes in something. So obviously when you start out, you do lots of little roles, and then my roles have got every now and again, like if I've got a friend making a film or something and they have something small, I don't mind doing that. So even those little things, I'll just forget that I've done. I mean, sometimes it's nice just to go in for a day and then you're done. Yeah. Sometimes. So I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
Okay. So obviously I've said some of the things you've worked on, so feel free to mention any other ones that may spring to mind. But what are you currently working on or plan to work on?
Currently, I'm working on nothing but my time. I've had a few things actually postponed. So I started off this year doing a little role in a film called Eating Miss Campbell. It's a Liam Regan film, and I did My Bloody Banjo with him. So he was director on My Bloody Banjo, and he brought my character back because there is meant to be a director's cut of Banjo coming out, and because originally I died, and we filmed it twice, and then they decided that I don't die. So I could come back. So I came back for the sequel. It's not really a sequel, actually. It's a completely different film, just set in the same town. So
yeah.
I'm not in it very much, but I am in that. That was January. And then I was supposed to be filming a film called Dear Sister Margaret, which I'm going to play Mother Superior. So I get to be a nun, like a serious nun. Not like a Halloween costume nun. But that's obviously been postponed. And then I was supposed to do some promo stuff for a film called Power Tool Cheerleaders versus the boy band of the Screeching Death.
Mm-hmm.
The long one. And that is a Pat Higgins movie. Oh, here he comes. Pat Higgins movie with Charlie Bond and James Hayman Morton, who I worked with on Banjo. And they were actually both in Pandemonium with me as well. So that's been postponed. And I have a film called Blood Demons, which I'm supposed to be filming next month, but it's been postponed.
And these are all based in the UK, I'm guessing?
They're all based in the UK. I'm hoping, if we're allowed to fly by the end of the year, to go back to Texas in December. So I went out to Texas last December, and I worked with a guy called Joshua Kennedy.
Yeah.
And he did a film, like he's very into the old Hammer style horrors. And he did a film, I met him at the premiere here, of a film called House of the Gorgon. And it starred loads of the old Hammer actors like Caroline Munro, Martin Bezic, and Veronica Carlson. And I kind of got chatting to him, and he flew me out there to do, it was supposed to be one film in December, and it ended up being 3. So just my scenes, we shot 3 films of my scenes in a week. But he's got plans, so I think I could be going back, but who knows?
It all depends on what's going on in the world, doesn't it?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I just applied for a new passport. My passport ran out in April, and I was like, I don't really need one yet.
Yeah, exactly. Don't really need one at the moment.
I've literally just applied for it because just in case.
Yeah. So obviously you've gone from you still do the modeling anyway, but you've gone from modeling into acting. So do you want to break this question slightly up a bit? So your next question was, what advice do you have for upcoming actors and people wanting to get into the industry? So I guess going from modeling to acting then.
Well, I think for me, because you get lots of actors that haven't been to drama school and they haven't done full-time training. Like in the States, a lot of people tend to just take classes, like,
online classes, things.
It's just go and do classes and workshops, and it's kind of an ongoing thing. Or they have like an acting coach. But a lot of people haven't done any kind of acting training, and they're just natural. I think for me, coming from modeling, I didn't want people to go, oh, now she thinks she's an actress. Like, I wanted people to take me seriously and, know that I'm not just this like glamour girl. Like, I can do other stuff. So I went really just for people to take me more seriously and to learn. Like you do learn a lot. You throw it away afterwards. You kind of learn it. It's there, and when I go and approach a role, I'm sure parts of it are with me, and a lot of it is just what I think that character is going to be like. But it's just work. It's like watch movies, meet people, network, work. Oh, it's yawning. Sorry, it's just gonna get dogs out. I've got one on each side of me. Just both staring at me, actually.
Well, your last question is, well, I'll get through this as quickly as we can so you can go off with your dogs.
I know.
So it's obviously promote yourself, your chat. If you've got a YouTube channel, promote that, website, or any other projects that obviously you can talk about. I know there will be projects you possibly won't be able to mention currently.
Well, I haven't got anything that I can't mention, actually. I think the first thing that I'm going to end up doing is probably Blood Demons. When I think he said by Tuesday he's going to have some new dates for that. I'm working with a guy called Will Metheringham, who's married to Maria Lee Metheringham, who is the director of Pumpkins and Party of Alice, or Bite Night. Mm-hmm. I'm actually doing an album. I mean, he thought it was a good idea for me to do music, and I was like, I always wanted to be a pop star. I mean, I don't think singing is really my strong point. My boyfriend tells me that it's definitely not. But still has faith. So I've got 3 more songs to record for the album. So I think that's probably going to be June. We can social distance it in the recording studio. So I'm probably going to drive off and do that. And then maybe some more films with those guys. hopefully. I mean, they're both writing, they've both got ideas, so there's that. Other than that, I'm just kind of busy. I've got a vegan blog called The Vegan Vamp, so I kind of type horror, kind of the vamp for the modelling, and then the horror vamp, and also Count Duckula was obviously a vegan vampire duck. So, so the vegan vamp. So I'm kind of busy with that, but at the moment I can't review anywhere. I can't go anywhere to try anything. So everything's just on hold. I'm just going to enjoy the summer. I'm writing a film, which is a vampire and gangster film.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished it, but I'm a bit short on pages, so that's in the works. So there's loads going on, just, if and when.
Okay, so in regards to the vampire, your writing project, is that something that you want to be in yourself, or you want to go behind the camera for that one, as a director?
I do want to be in it. I've got a couple of ideas of people that I might like to direct it, if I can get the funding to make it. It's an idea I actually had ages ago. Stop it. It's an idea I had ages ago. It's making an appearance. And I just never got around to writing it. So obviously with lockdown, I actually went through friends. I went, oh, move. Never worked with animals. Just move the camera. There we go. I went up to my friends for a month by the seaside during lockdown, and I kind of wrote a lot there, so it kind of gave me the chance to do it.
I think your dog's trying to get his big break.
Do you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get the other dog.
So just before I let you go, in regards to your music playing, as you're going that direction now, you're going off to Eurovision Song Contest, maybe we shall see.
So actually, do you know what I am trying to do? I was a big Spice Girls fan, like massive. This is why I think I credit them actually for like me having like confidence and everything. But there's a couple of other horror actresses I want to get together with, and we actually want to do a kind of comedy Halloween single. We want to call ourselves the Pumpkin Spice Girls. So I think we'll just do it for charity. So there's a girl called Megan Lockhurst. I don't know if you know her. She's a horror actress. She's actually, I told her I wanted to do it, and she came back to me with this amazing song that she'd written. She actually is a songwriter as well, and she's having it produced, so it's just a case of when we can do it. And then Maria Lee Methering's going to get involved, Charlie Bond, and a girl called Eve Oliver, who's doing a bit of the Myco film stuff. So 5 of us. I don't know which Spice I am. But,
okay. So is there a proposed plan for your album? Is it an actual album, or is it an EP? What is it going to be?
So the one I'm doing with Will is actually an album, and it's he was going down the kind of burlesque, kind of sexy route, but then there's a horror bit, and there's actually a film I've got in edit at the moment called Bad Moon Rising. We're using one of the tracks for the film. So it's actually an album. It was going to be an EP, but he just kept writing. He was like, I've got all these songs that suit you and they don't suit my band, and so you can do them. So it's an album. The Pumpkin Spice thing, though, is completely separate. That's just for fun. That's like a one-off. I think we're going to do it to raise money for Save the Bats or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that all sounds very interesting. As you're going to be a very busy person over the next.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when we can come out of lockdown, I suppose. Whenever that is.
Yes.
Thank you for your time. I wish you the best with all your projects that are up and coming.
Thank you. Are they all pop vinyls? I can see there.
There, yeah.
I just ordered one this morning. I just pre-ordered the Jessica Fletcher.
Oh no.
I'm a hero fan.
That you're gonna how many have you got at the moment? Is it a case of you ordered one and then now you're gonna go, but now I need that one as well? Because that's kind of what happens.
I've got both of the presents actually. I've got the original Pennywise, and then I've got the Scream. But I saw Jessica Fletcher and I needed it because I'm a big fan.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Yeah, I shall end this now then.
Okay, thank you.